What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Diamond Duos podcast. My name is Dad Gaming Dad 25. This is my boy Josh 2K.
What's up, y'all?
Anybody that may be new here, this is the podcast where we talk about everything 2K. And this episode is going to be a little bit more of everything than other episodes. We're going to get into a little bit of everything. And I'm excited to expand our horizons a little bit. So, with that being said, we do have a quick announcement for the podcast. We are going to start welcoming guests onto the podcast. We talked about it. We decided it's something we want to do. So, we're welcoming any people from the 2K community, whether it be Park, Rec, my team, whatever it may be. We're going to start having some people out here to pick their brains a little bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. We got a few people that have committed. I'm going to leave the names to be announced when we have dates set in stone. But we got some pretty big names, so I'm pretty excited about it. And you guys let us know if there's anybody that you want us to get on here, and we'll see what we can do. We don't have that much clout, but we'll pull some strings.
And like he said, without saying any names, I'm excited for everybody. But one person in particular, I feel like he's gonna give us a different viewpoint of 2K. And even just from his Twitter, he posts a lot of different takes, a lot of information. So I'm excited to get him on here, kind of pick his brain a little bit. But you guys will see it when it comes for sure. But you know how it goes. But to start off the podcast, we got to go with your guys' favorite game.
All right, we're going to play a little bit of this or that. Now, we've both been playing a lot more Rec and Park than my team. So I'm putting a little twist on it. All right. Now, I know you got a point guard build, right?
Yes, sir.
So we're going to go and create your dream Rec lineup.
Okay.
Now, at your shooting guard, what are you looking for? Are we looking for a sharp, a slasher, or a lock?
So if we're going Rec, I want my 2 guard to be a lock, a 3-and-D type player, but I want him to have primarily all defensive stats. So like I'm talking like steals, perimeter D, a little not interior D too much, but he's gonna have that maxed out because I need someone to carry my slack. If I get maxed up with someone that's like crazy at point guard, let me switch off.
Okay. Now, at your small forward, sharp or slasher?
I would say more so of a slasher because I want my big man to be able to shoot. We'll get there later. And so we can afford to have one person on the court that might not necessarily be able to shoot too much. And so with the small forward, no matter what your build is, I feel like people will kind of respect you for the perimeter a little bit, no matter what your build name is.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll give us a little leeway there. So I'll go more of a slasher.
Okay, slasher or lock, if you had to choose between those two.
Probably slasher still. With the
Slasher?
dash of defense.
Okay. Now, your power forward, do you want somebody that's going to stretch the court, or you want somebody who is going to be an absolute paint beast, getting you buckets down low?
Easy. Stretch the court.
Stretch the court? Okay. Or do you want him to just lock it down? Lock up the paint?
Stretch the court because I need that 5-out ISO, baby. Even though I ain't no good at it, I need it.
Okay. So I think I know where you're going with the center position. Do you want to stretch, or you want somebody in the paint?
So I know I already said my small forward is going to be my slasher, but shouts out to my man Nate. I need a paint beast, baby.
You need a paint beast? Okay.
I need someone that's going to go in there and run the paint, hit me with the pick and rolls, grab boards, offensive boards. I thought I was going to go stretch, but then I just remembered my boy Nate is a goon. So that's why I need that low.
Okay. Now, your ideal play style. You guys running the pick and roll. Are you 5 out and saying, get out the way, let me cook?
So my ideal style is 5 out. If we want any chance at winning the game, we better run some pick and rolls.
Okay. Now that's this or that for this week. It's a little bit different, I had to try to spice it up a little bit because you're not,
with it.
choosing a card or so. So you really gotta try to get creative with it. Let me know what you guys think.
I rock with that. I rock with it.
All right, bet.
All right, so these past. It's been about 2 weeks since we made this podcast, I believe. A lot of stuff going on. Just had a baby. Congrats to me. Everybody in the chat.
Yeah, congrats to you. Yeah, you just had to go have a kid. I get it.
All the momentum. But
all the momentum, man. I get it. The kid said it's time. So can't argue with you. Congratulations again, though.
So What have you been grinding for the most part these past couple of weeks?
Wreck. I've been playing mostly Wreck. Only time I've really been turning on my team is to do my exhibitions, rip packs to get nothing, and but I've been running a lot of Wreck. I finally, after way too long, got affiliated so I can do my daily spins. Still
Hey,
nothing noteworthy in there.
well,
I'm
nothing
running
but team
some
logos or
buns
team basketball.
Buns Cleveland Cavaliers green logo. Everybody keeps asking me why I'm running it. I don't know. I got it. Why not? I guess. Not a Cavs fan, but it is what it is. But I've been having a blast in the Rec. I'm starting to figure out my build, until they touched up shooting, but they didn't do that if you ask them.
So,
But
okay,
that's what I've been grinding. What have you been
we'll
grinding?
get into that later about the jump shots. I
Yeah, we
kind of
will.
regret these past couple of weeks. I've had tons of fun playing strictly park, the occasional rec with y'all because I kind of was in my honeymoon stage with park because I used to be a heavy park player back in 2K16, 17, 19, and the past couple of years I completely fell off. So I've been
Mm,
almost completely neglecting my team these past couple of weeks, just been running strictly my career stuff. But I think now that that honeymoon phase kind of died down a little bit, these next couple weeks I'm gonna be really on my grind with both, trying to get things ready for season two for sure.
okay. Yeah.
All right, so the state of my team as of now, season one is almost over. We got a couple tweets I want to go over. We're gonna separate it in two categories: grindable content and paid content. So we're gonna start with the tweet from one of our favorites, all that jazz. He said, "I've missed 18 days of season one, over 50%. He was on vacation. Hope you enjoy the jazz. And I still ended up getting Diamond Kyrie, Diamond Brandon Roy, Diamond Chris Bosh, and Diamond Dwayne Wade. Only had 3 or 4 days to properly grind the game. Not an opinion, just a fact. So I think, and then, but to play devil's advocate, my boy All City Big Heck, he said very sarcastically, he said, "Look at all these wonderful grinded diamonds we have in my team. Wade, you gotta spend 100K to start the grind, or this is close to $20. Bosch, 15 straight wins online. Roy finished every single game mode, and Kyrie level 40. I understand the tryhards and hardcore players think these tasks are no sweat, but don't let content creator brain cause you to gaslight and cape against people that are rallying more for accessible content." So after hearing both of those, what are we thinking?
I see what they're both saying. I do think that there's content that's not meant for everyone, if that makes sense. Like Chris Bosh,
100%.
people are complaining because the people who aren't as good at the game or they're new to the game, they're not going to get them. There's got to be something for these players that can win 15 in a row to go for. There's nothing like I said, I don't know if where I said it. I think I said it on Twitter or X, however you want to talk about it.
It's
If you
Twitter
went
for at least another 2
200
years.
Facts. If you went 200 and 0 in unlimited, you're gonna get the same prizes as if you went 200 and 500 in unlimited. There's no reason to win if that makes sense. Besides your pride, or I mean, getting your rings on the weekend, you have to win just over 50%. Like for the people that are really good at this game, on the my team side, there's nothing for them to go for. I think they need to have a Chris Bosh once a week. I mean, that might
It,
be a bit much, but a card that you can grind for that if you're a top player, it's somewhat rewarding. But I do think there needs to be not as good of cards that are accessible to the lower tier players, which they're doing right now with the free cards that they're giving out. I don't know if you saw that with the agendas, but they're doing that right now, which I think is a massive W. So I think they're kind of finding their sweet spot with it. They definitely have some work to do, but I mean that Mitch Richmond was going for like 100K, and you can get him today for free if you do the agendas, which will take you less than an hour probably. So there
and
should
that
be something for these top players, but there should also be something for the more casual player.
and I really like Chris Bosh because he's is he the best power forward in the game? Probably,
Hmm.
but he's more of a trophy. Like, it's like, oh, he went 15 and all in triple threat. It's not like he's not the type of card where if you don't have him in your lineup, it's gonna break your lineup.
Yeah,
A la
I mean,
Shaq. You know, like he's not a Shaq. You know, Chris Bosh is a
Hmm.
nice card to have. It's just nice that they gave the competitive players something. And to
Yeah,
counteract that, they gave us a Dwayne Wade. You know, granted 80K, but I mean, do I think it's stupid we have to pay the entry into it? Yes, but 100K is very grindable. You know, and he's arguably you could interchange him with Steph at the top point guard of the game. It
hmm
depends on if you want a more overpowered offensive player or a more overpowered defensive player. And I think Dwayne Wade offers you more offense and Steph offers you defense. So
I think you flipped that, but I know what you're saying.
no, I'm saying Dwayne Wade offers you more on offense than
Oh,
Steph
okay, yeah,
offers
no,
you
I
on
see. No,
defense. So
I got you.
meaning Dwayne Wade's more
Yeah, yeah,
balanced
yeah.
than Steph. So as of right now, as we speak, you could build a free diamond lineup except for center. At point guard, pick your poison, Kyrie or Dwayne Wade. At the two, Brandon Roy. At the three, who's the three?
Sean Marion's collector level, but
Sean. We were gonna
I mean,
count Sean Marion
you could do Kyrie at the one, D Wade at the two, Brandon Roy
and
at the
then Roy
three,
at the three, and then Bosch at the
Bosch at the
four.
four.
And all you're missing is a diamond center.
Yeah.
So I think they did do grindable content okay. And speaking
Mhm.
for myself, like you said, not all content is for everybody. I saw that Chris Bosch, and I was like, I will happily stay my happy ass over here in Park. Like I don't
You
got
would have had to
no.
been game breaking for me to even consider
I was
trying
like,
to sweat that out.
Chris Bosch is cool, but I will happily stay my ass over here in Park. It made it
Hmm.
very easy for me not to touch my team. It was great
Yeah.
content for some, not for me. Now Dwayne Wade, on the other hand, I hopped on the night of the release, and I was like, let me buy these damn sapphires and get this shit started.
Did you get it
You
done? You
know,
got Wade?
I didn't even start it. I bought the sapphires and turned the game off.
One
I'm
thing
not gonna
people need to
lie.
realize though is you don't have to have all these sapphires at once. Yes, it's 100K, but if you don't have 100K, buy one of them, do the challenges, grade them. If you get a high enough grade, you can sell them back for more than you bought them for. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a gamble, it's a risk, but I mean, it's not that big of a hit.
So in reality,
It,
you could really get the 16K, or did they go? They went to 20K.
I think they're
20K.
20 or
Uh,
22K, something like
do
that.
one of the challenges, grade it, wait the hour or so it takes to grade, and hopefully you get
Hmm.
the 20K back. But if not, you got to grind another 15K.
Yeah, I mean,
So you don't have to be sitting on 100K right now.
yeah, you can get there throughout. And if you're keeping up with these daily agendas to get these players, you're already playing the game, so you're earning MT. And
And
I
also,
mean, I wouldn't miss out on these free cards because some of these cards are pretty good. Like it was Nash, Mitch Richmond. I had to look
but
at the list
also
to see
with Mitch
exactly.
Richmond, if you get him, you're almost there to Sean
Kim,
Kemp. Pretty
and they
much
both
there.
Evo.
Yep.
So I mean,
So as far as free content, I really don't got no complaints. My complaints go to this next section over here, to this paid content. I just feel like I still feel the same way from when they dropped that Shaq. It's too much. Okay, so Ty Debo tweeted, in order to get Diamond Kevin Durant, here's how much you'd have to grind: 314 unlimited games, or 348 salary cap games, or 1,568 triple threat offline games. And then someone asks, is that with
mm,
or that you made from the game? Tydebo said, I counted for all the vault and will spins, but not for as you progress through the game. So that's all those games are including like an average of the vault and will spins. That's how many games you'd have to play to get Kevin Durant. That's one of the paid diamonds that releases.
only rebuttal I have to that is you're not just getting Kevin Durant. Like you're getting some really good amethyst, Kawhi Leonard, Oscar Robertson. Like everyone says, the price of these cards is way too high. I agree, the price is too high, but I think it comes out to be about $140 to get KD, something like that. You're not paying $140 for just KD. You're getting Oscar, you're getting Kawhi, you're getting Blake Griffin, you're getting KD, you're getting a bunch of cards. Yes, KD is the like end all be all, but you're
Okay,
getting
so
cards
so
along the
let me
way.
play devil's advocate. If you're getting KD, Are
Mhm.
any of those cards starting over the grindable cards besides KD?
I heard
Does Oscar
Kawhi is
start? Does Oscar start
Kawhi is
over Kyrie or D Wade?
depends on what your
No, he
offensive play
doesn't. You're
style
full of
is.
shit. Don't give me
It
that.
depends on your offense. If you just want to post up with your point guard all day, yeah, you could do that. I mean, I don't know. Depends how cheesy you want to get.
And then
But I
Blake
mean,
Griffin over Chris Bosh.
who 90% of the community don't have.
But I'm just so in order to get the greatest team, and my issue is these players you have to pay for in true 2K fashion are the best cards by far. The only one you could debate is Steph.
Mhm.
Like I said, D Wade you could argue is better than Steph. No centers touching Shaq for a
No,
while. KD, huge fan favorite. Steph, huge fan favorite. Which other ones did they drop for the paid ones? Early on, even
I
at the
mean it
beginning,
wasn't Diamond, but T Mac.
yeah, they dropped
I
T Mac,
mean,
they dropped D Book, they
yeah, I got
dropped
it pulled up right here. Let's see.
early on, even when they were still doing Amethyst, they were dropping fan favorite Amethyst, and people were buying these shits thinking shit was sweet. Like this wasn't gonna go on every every 3 days. They thought shit was sweet. And then 3 days later, like, wait, hold up. I got this D book. Now they released now they released another Amethyst I gotta go buy.
But my own, it's not my only, but do have one more rebuttal to that.
Okay.
It's expensive, but it's cheaper than last year. Because last year you were doing it on a whim, hoping. Because if you're playing the market, that's great. I didn't snipe like that. So the only hope I had was like try to flip cards, try to know the market, buy MT illegally and get banned, or buy VC and rip packs for terrible odds to get the players. I
Okay,
like that
that's
you can get straight to the source and just buy the card you want because it takes out the gambling portion of it, but it is way too expensive. But
but
I do
that's
think that it's a
something
great.
I'll give you because last year I was buying on the black market, buying
Mhm.
MT, but not to buy the best cards. I was legitimately buying MT, like a million MT, to buy to open packs for stream. And
Kids
in that million
don't do
MT,
that.
I was not pulling jack shit.
Exactly.
And so the first when I completely stopped spending money was when I got banned the first time. Well, the only time I got banned. But then I came back and I was like, like they dropped some pretty good packs. Let me drop the same amount of money, the $100, try and get some packs and pull jack shit. I was like, you know what? Like I can't do this every week.
I
At
just
least
think
with
it's
the
a good
million
alternative.
MT, I was getting like a shit ton of packs.
Hmm.
Like so yeah, I'll give you that. If you're gonna spend the money every week, it's
At least now
fair.
you can get what you wanted, what you were paying for, instead of a hope.
Okay, that's valid. I'll give you that.
That's all
All
we've
right,
been asking for, I feel like. They gave it
but
to us, but they jacked up the prices.
they jacked up the prices because
Yeah.
when they finally gave it to us last year, it was $50 guaranteed, choice pack,
Hmm.
right? So it's like, okay, we'll
Something like
give you
that.
that, but this time it's gonna be 100 now.
Yeah, we thought it was sweet.
Yeah, and now you don't got no way to earn MT, so you gotta buy this shit from us.
Yeah, for real.
Because
They
if you
got
want to
us.
buy one of these cards with MT, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. 140,000 for an amethyst. I'm
Like I
terrified
saw
when the big
like
dogs
some of
come
the
out.
top grinders are sticking up like they able to buy these cards with MT, but that's like the top 1% of grinders
Hmm.
are able to get all these top diamond cards with just MT.
Yeah.
So that's where we are in season one. Where do you feel like this we're going season two? Where do you think 2K is going? Let's start with Park. Let's get into some Park talk.
Well, the new rec is the same rec with some trees. They said they were dropping a new rec court for season two. I don't know if this is what they were referring to, because
Well, because they weren't calling this a season two patch, so that
I
might be
mean,
it.
it is a little lackluster. I hope for season two that the park rewards are better. Don't get me wrong, the gold floor setter is cool and all, but as a level 40 reward is kind of underwhelming in my opinion.
I was actually really looking forward to getting another gold setter. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not saying it shouldn't be in the past, but as a level 40, like that's the top reward. That's what
Well,
I'm going
I
for.
guess for me it's because I mainly did level 40 for my team. So
Uh-huh.
like when I got over to Park, I was like, oh, I got some shit over here too. Cool. It wasn't like
Hmm.
I didn't actually look through. I didn't realize Gold Tether was level 40. I just
Yeah,
knew I
that's a
got
level
it.
40. Yeah, it's level 40, and I was like, that's fine and all, but that's not that great.
I said, what do you think would be a better alternative? Because we did get
That
VC
would
along the way also.
They used to do, what was it? You hit like a 39, you get a free stat boost, right? I think it was.
Yeah, it was the what do they call it? No, not the stat boost. It was the badge thing,
Oh yeah, it
right?
was extra badges, something like that. I
Extra
don't remember
badges.
exactly. I've never been a my career or park main. This is my first year where that's really been my main, but I'm pretty sure it was extra badges. Or next season give us a Hall, Hall of Fame floor setter might be a little OD, but
A little bit.
a
Well,
little
no,
bit. But
because I mean, I like floor setters because some badges are just super hard to grind. Like
yeah.
I wish I didn't use mine on Deadeye because Deadeye I've learned is like was not that hard to grind compared to
Mm-mm.
like guard up or like floater specialist or
That
there's
one's
some
easy.
badges. Well, it's
Float
easy, but
game.
it's just annoying. It's just annoying.
I love
It,
floaters in this game.
but there's other badges that I wish I could have used it instead of Deadeye. But
Hmm.
now I know moving forward. But the Hall of Fame one, I don't think it'd be too OP because some badges are easy to get there anyways. What's a Hall of Fame badge that you like don't think you could grind that you'd use floor center on?
Hmm. I don't know what badge my build would be able to get. That would be that difficult because
And
anything
that's
I
the thing
can get.
too. Most guards, I mean, most players can't get a lot of Hall of Fame badges.
Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks. That'd be a cool level 40, like within reason, making one of your gold badges go to Hall of Fame.
Oh, that'd be fire.
That'd be pretty fire. I feel like that could be a really good idea. Or
So
some
you said,
maybe some more VC along the way because I feel like yeah, I'm looking right now and there's no VC unless you get the Hall of Fame pass
oh
or the Pro
really?
pass. There's no VC along the way.
Okay, so you grinded level 40. You got there,
Yeah, I
right?
got there.
So let me ask you a question because I couldn't tell you how hard was level 40 grind to do legitimately.
It was easy.
Okay,
One
so
thing that made it really easy, they gave you a lot of double XP tokens this season.
a ton of them.
A lot. Like I have, let's see, just in my team, as far as the double XP tokens, where are they at? Where are they at? Once I find them, I'll be able to tell you guys. But
I
I
think
have
I ended
like
up with like a total like 16 of them or something
exactly, and that's left over
left.
after hitting level
Yeah.
40. Yeah, in my team, I have 31 tokens, and I think in my
Jesus.
career, I have like 10 or 15. It's really easy because you can, with as many as they're giving out, you can have a double XP token going almost at all times.
And it's
As
really
long as you're
easy
not
that you could
bullshitting.
just it's really easy that you could just go play current gen wreck. I really
I
hope
don't
they
know if
don't
they
patch
patched
that.
that. I think they probably did. I probably shouldn't even say it here because then it'll definitely get patched. But with the glitch of if you get the Hall of Fame pass and you hit level 40, you get all your VC and then load up current gen
Oh
and you
yeah.
get your VC a second time. Oh, if they
Yeah.
don't patch that, oh, please don't patch that. That is clutch. It almost
All
makes
right.
it seem that much more worth it.
Oh yeah, easily. But so you said one thing you want to see improved is level 40 rewards in park. What else you got?
VC along the way for the non premium players. I mean, that's the name of my career. Everything you get there, you have to do VC. Even if you're not working on upgrading your build, swags, everything costs money
Bro,
in my
I didn't
career.
realize how expensive it was to get it out. I
For
fucking
real.
I got my guy up to like 94 overall. Now he's 95. By the time he was 94, and I had like 50K VC left. And I told my girl, I was like, hey, come help me get my guy dressed. I need to make a new thumbnail. So so we go, and I got let me get some. I got some overalls with the gold do rag with some yellow and black KDs. All my VC gone.
Gone with the quickness.
I could have started a build. Got my build like 70 overall, 75 overall
For
for
real.
that VC you just took from me.
Yeah, that's I've been wanting to make another build, but it's not cheap out here.
Yeah, I just pieced up with Josh or Ghost.
Yeah,
So I gave him 20. He put in 20 because I needed the center.
yeah. That's
All right, so for
you need something for Park because you only got two. I need to get on Park with y'all.
I'm telling you, we'll run shit. Now we got these rolling. My jump shots cash. His center can actually shoot the lights out low key. So we got to get some runs. But so for me, I would say going to the season two, I really got no gripes with Park. You made some
Hmm.
very valid points. So I'll rock with you on those. But for me, it's kind of like I feel like they put that patch out and they didn't fuck up the game. That's number one. Because normally they drop the first patch and it fucks up the game.
Fucked it up for
I,
Mike. I'll
I
talk
think
about
this
it.
patch actually did make the game better for the most part.
I can't
It took
shoot.
me a while to adjust to shooting. I switched my jumper and I could shoot the lights out again. But besides the shooting, let's see, they patched where are we at?
The
They patched the
Yeah,
out of
thank
bounds
God.
shit. That
Oh my
was
God,
huge. They patched the
latency.
up on the right stick, which I think was stupid because Mike Wang literally promoted it to the world. Because
That was
that's his.
OP. I was getting like 7 steals a game in the wreck once I found out about that. I was like, this is awesome.
So I like that they made wide open shots more effective, but they lowered the like what actually is a wide open shot.
So they say.
I don't know because I was getting wide open shots before and after the patch, and I feel like I'm shooting better after the patch. Let's put it like that. So I think they actually did that. And then another thing, the putbacks were insane. I saw a couple of putbacks from like the free throw
OP.
line.
Dude, the
So I think the
putbacks are
patch,
crazy.
once everybody gets used to shooting, I think everybody will agree that the patch actually did improve the game. And I think Park, Rec, Pro Am is more of a game mode, less than my team, where it's more about enjoying the game with your friends. So
Hmm.
as long as we have a tolerable gameplay, I think they're on set. They're gonna do the things the same way they did it last season. Do their weekly 2 times XP things. Keep everything
Hmm.
rolling there. And I don't see them changing too much, to be honest with you. One gripe I do have that pissed me off after I got affiliated, they're not gonna switch it. But I was mad that I didn't find out until after I got affiliated that you don't get those attribute boosts until you get to like veteran two. This bar moves so
It's slow
slow,
as
bro.
fuck, man.
I'm rookie two, and that shit moves. Rookie one flew by,
Yeah,
but rookie two is like moving like 0.5% per game. It's ridiculous.
it's rough out here.
All right, so getting into my team, going into season two, I'll start it off with a tweet. Okay, by our boy Jazz again. With the $80 fast track option, I feel confident saying every level 40 will be a banger this year. Who do you think is going to
I
be the
hope
level
so.
40 for season two?
I hope so.
You could address the tweet first and then answer the question at the end.
Jazz may or may not have some insider info, so I always take what Jazz says and make it as cryptic as possible in my head to where he just confirmed it. He didn't confirm it, but in my head, he confirmed it. Okay. So I think it's going to be crazy. And, I have a prediction. It's going to be way off, but I
Go
think
ahead.
I have a idea who I would like to see at level 40. How about a Diamond Wilt?
I seen someone tweet that.
Give us a chance to bang down low with Shaq. I mean, somebody
That'd be fire.
a level 40 that can compete with Shaq, that'd be perfect. If you're gonna give us these OP cards that are behind a paywall like Shaq, give us something to combat that with the free ones. And it doesn't have to be free. They can still make their money because if it's that good, people are gonna pay for the
People are gonna
level
pay
skips.
for it.
They're
Yep.
gonna pay for the Hall of Fame pass because the one within the Hall of Fame pass is gonna have extra badges. So I
I
think,
just hope I hope
that'd
we
be
don't get
dope.
another situation like last year where we started off so good and then fell off season two. But like Jazz said, they're gonna make their money from this, so they might as
Hmm.
well milk it a little bit. And I think it has to be somewhere from 3 through 5, because they're not gonna give us another point guard. They gave us Kyrie already, and they gave us so many shooting guards season one. So it has to be 3 through 5. A center would be amazing, but there's also been a pretty big lack of power forwards and centers. So we'll see. Moving forward into season two, though, this is going to be definitely a make or break season because they're going to do the same thing they're doing this season. Let's just be blunt. As far as at least as far as the paid content, that's not going nowhere. if they keep the grindable content going the same way they're doing it, a decent grind every week with a banger grind every other week, with a
Hmm.
couple of rubies sprinkled in between. And then if they do the Halloween promo right, I think Halloween and Thanksgiving fall in season 2, right?
Yeah, it's usually what 40 something
It's
days.
40 days.
Yeah,
So
so
it
yeah,
should be
you'll
well.
get both. And season
Last
3 will
year,
start right before Christmas.
last year's Halloween promo was very decent. Wasn't anything that's gonna like amaze you, but it was very decent. Thanksgiving promo was a little bit better, I believe. Do you remember what the Thanksgiving promo was last year?
Not off the top of my head. I
But
completely wiped last year from my memory with all the bans and everything. I just, that never happened. Last year didn't exist. We
I
went from
think if they
2K22 to 2K24.
I think if they do those two grinds to be very, if they give us a 7 out of 10.
Hmm.
Doesn't have to be an amazing card. Just give us a decent grind with a card that's not the best card at the position, but top three. Need to say
Hmm.
maybe top three would be valid. Then
Or
I
at least
think
a couple
people.
usable ones. Like if you're not going to
I
give
don't
us
think.
a top card, give us a couple usable ones.
But here's my biggest fear with season 2. They said the card progression was going to be a lot slower this year, which
Hmm.
technically it has been, right? But so season 1 was Amethyst for the first half of the season, with besides like the season rewards and Brandon Roy, and then Diamonds for the second half, right? So all in all, we have what Diamond Shack, Diamond KD, Diamond Kyrie, B Roy, Steph, KD, Bosch,
Sean
Shawn
Marion,
Marion,
Luca.
Luca.
I think that might
So
be it.
so
I
all in
think
all
there's
nine,
10. I think there's
10.
10. I I
So
don't
my
I don't know
my fear
exactly.
is next season starts off with diamonds, and then towards the tail end they sprinkle in pink diamonds. That's what I don't want.
I don't think they will. I hope
I
they
hope
don't.
they
They
don't.
shouldn't. They shouldn't.
But the only reason I think they might is because what gets better than Diamond Shack?
I think Diamond Shack isn't gonna run the game as long as some
Not
might
like
think.
Yao did, but the only thing that gets better than Diamond Shack is a player that could compete with him in the paint and shoot.
Yeah, all you got
Right?
to do is give somebody 90 plus strength and a little bit of a three ball, and
Yeah.
Shaq is moving to everybody's bench.
Yeah,
Like
but
people are out here
so
banging threes with Hakeem Olajuwon, who is like a
but who's a
45 three
player
ball.
who's a player that could do that as a diamond?
As a diamond, I mean, I don't know how much of a three ball they give him, but Kareem has always,
The peak diamond career only had 67-3 last year.
yeah, well, that card was OP. Diamond Moses Malone last year, that was one of my guys. He had like a 60 something three ball, but he was chicken from the corner.
But I just think as far as point guards go, the only thing that gets more exciting than Steph is a big point guard. Diamond.
Yeah, and it's too early. It's way too
Yeah.
early to do that. Please
As far as shooting guards go,
don't
I
give us
can't
more
think of
shooting guards for a little bit.
the only shooting guard I can see would be a Diamond Kobe or Diamond MJ. That would be exciting at the shooting
Yeah, I
guard
mean,
position. Small
a better
forward, we
James
already got
Harden.
Yeah, we already got KD at small forward. What the only small forward we could be excited for
It's
would
Bron.
be LeBron.
Everybody else has a card. Bird, KD,
Yeah,
Kawhi. Paul
power
George could use
forward
a
is
card.
yeah, power forward and center are pretty open positions.
Hmm.
But let's be real, the LeBron, Kobe, Jordan, they're not going to wait till the end of season 2 to drop those cards. So
They
when
might
they
with
drop,
Kobe since he was the theme of season one. I mean, the best card he got is a ruby, but since he was the theme, they might wait till the end of season two.
but my thing is, after we get Diamond LeBron in week 2 of season 2, where do we go from there? What diamond can we get that we're going to be excited about in the how many weeks are 40 days? In the 5th week of season 2, what card is there to be excited about?
You know they're gonna come up with some no name who has no offense. They all played in the league. I'm not trying to talk shit on anybody, but they're gonna come up with somebody from the 50s or 60s, juice his cigs up, and he's going to run out there and be running the game for a little while.
They gotta give the RIP remembrance Terry D, baby.
That would be a fire level 40, but I don't think they would
That
do it.
would
Like to pay
if they
homage to
did.
him.
So if they did that, they'd have to go off the current script, which I don't know if that's something they're willing to do, but that would be a fire level 40 reward.
That would be pretty fire. That'd get everybody excited.
But that's just my biggest fear that they sprinkle in pink diamonds at the end of next season, but then season 3 would be mostly pink diamonds. By season 4 we got opals, and by season 5 we got dark matters, and that leaves us with was there 8 seasons? That leaves us with 3 whole seasons of dark matters.
Yeah, but I feel like once you get to season 5, season 6, that's towards the end of the life cycle.
But is it like season 5 about when we started getting dark matters this last year?
Season 5, I think, was when the bands were all going on. So I think we were still on opals.
Yeah, because we got Scotty, Ben. Okay, like I said, I just feel like the players are dropping at diamond are like the best diamonds you could come out with.
Yeah, I feel like I feel weird saying this, but I have confidence in 2K they'll find a way to get you engaged in the content.
All right, well, like I said, I know last year they didn't rely on it, but I wouldn't mind if they relied on the holidays for content this year. If they give us some banger holiday, like because the Christmas promo, I loved the Christmas promo last year. The Bam Adebayo, you got you got the Mike Miller card was solid.
He was
Uh,
nice.
who else was in that one? I don't know, but every day you got to do like from was it Sapphire all the way to Pink Diamond. Jared Jackson Jr. was a banger one out of there.
He
And
was
Bam Adebayo, a lot of people didn't like him. But he was the only thing I didn't like was that they dropped Sean Kim right after.
yeah,
but
they had to
but
do something to save
That
Trey.
Bam
They
card
had to
was
save
fire.
him. If they didn't save Trey, it would have been ugly.
But so we won't see until they drop the vlog. We might have to record an early episode when they drop the vlog, whatever that is. So
It's probably
just
gonna
to
be
wrap it up. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. It's any
probably
day
be
now, huh?
Wednesday or Thursday, probably.
So you might have to get in the lab on
Hey,
one of those days.
we might have to.
All right. So to wrap us up, what was your least favorite thing about this season so far?
Least favorite thing about the season? Let's see. This is a tough one. I pretty much I had a pretty good experience with the entire season. Like I didn't play a whole lot of my team. I only played it for a little while, but I enjoyed it when I did play it. I just lost some of the hype around my team that I normally would have, but I've also really been enjoying my career or Park and
So,
Rec. I
so
think
there was no fall off.
yeah, because like I mean I'm still playing the game just as much as I would. It's just a different game mode. I think, maybe my least favorite thing would be that I can only do the art of shooting once a week instead of being able to do it every day. I'm trying to get my hot stones to lethal. That would be great. That's probably, and
For
one more thing I let you go on the park. My least that's got to be it. The park, the size of the park. It takes you like 50 minutes just to get to the court, let alone wait in the got next spot. Like, why does everything have to be so spread out? What happened to the days of all the courts are in a line and you could just run to the
yeah,
court?
literally. Like now they literally doubled the size of like the property. And you got to go up fucking like virtual escalators and shit to get the courts. Like,
It's tough.
and then they got the big rings blocking courts. Like,
Yeah, it's a little gross. I'm not gonna lie, but I'll let you go now.
so my least favorite thing, as far as the pay to win cards, this just came to my head right now. I think if they did Shaq as the last one, I'd feel a little bit better about it.
Hmm.
If they went Steph first, Steph gets Kyrie, yeah, whichever one. People say Steph's better. Not a huge gap. Who else? Who's the second one? Or I don't know if he's the second one, but Luca. Nobody fucking wanted Luca.
Everyone want a Corver.
Yeah, right. KD is a good card, but not a game breaking card. I think if Shaq came last in the rotation, I'd feel a little bit better about the pay to win cards. So I
Hmm.
think that was my least favorite thing that Shaq came so early in the game cycle. because I think that just kind of like rubbed me the wrong way as far as my team from the jump.
Yeah.
Because like like I said, if it was Steph first, I would have been like, oh, I don't feel like I have to buy Steph because I already got Kyrie. Like, or if it was Luca, I'm like, I don't feel like I got to buy Luca because I'm pretty close to getting Brandon Roy. But the fact that it's Shaq first, I was like, this is what we're doing, 2K.
Yeah,
Like,
I looked because when Shaq came out, I was like, how am I supposed to compete with this? So I went to the database and filtered by strength. The only other cards, there were two cards when Shaq came out that had the 90 plus strength, and I think he has like a 96. You could go with Emerald Bryant Reeves, who has 25 speed, or you could have grinded all of Historic Domination to get that Pau Gasol, who probably is still getting ragdolled.
Pau Gasol wasn't holding Shaq. Wait,
No, but he's
was
got
Pau
90
Gasol
plus
straight
strength.
good? No
Yeah, he had 90
way.
plus strength. Yeah. I was like,
They
I
get
wasn't looking at any stat other than strength because I was like, I'm going to get
they
drop
gave Pau
stepped to
Gasol
hell every
90 plus
possession.
strength, but Jordan Farmar couldn't dunk.
Yeah,
They're
man.
ass
Hey,
backwards. Pau Gasol was like historically soft.
not in
Like
2K. You
Kobe
put
ran through
somebody
his
in the
fucking
rim.
chain.
He's putting somebody in the rim.
All right, so is any last things you want to talk about before we wrap up?
Let me see. Let me check my notes because I did have.
Yeah, because we're 45 minutes deep, so we got a little time. We got a little leeway.
Did you give your prediction for level 40 for my team?
My prediction, I did not give a prediction. My guess is power forward center. We don't, like I say, we don't got a Wilt, we don't got a Kareem. If 2K wants to be fucking legendary, they give us a Yao Ming level 40, but they won't.
Please
They
don't give
won't.
us Yao Ming yet. Please. Oh my God, I have PTSD.
But Yao Ming is a level 40 though. That'd be
Yeah,
the
just
best way
because
to do it.
I mean, yeah, I hope that they do it along the
But
line,
it's
but
not gonna
not in
happen.
season two. Please don't do season two, or
It can't be because
give us a
man's
Ralph
got the
Sampson.
reward. A Ralph Simpson would be fire.
Give
That'd be
us
a
a
fire
Ralph
card that
Sampson.
they've given him to us for free in the past.
Yeah.
He was a collection reward last year. I can see a Ralph Sampson. Just like I said, the center power forward for sure. If they give us any kind of guard, I'm gonna probably throw my controller across the room. We're
Mm-hmm.
good on point guards and shooting guards. I promise.
They
So my
might do a
prediction,
wing.
small forward would be okay. Wouldn't be mad at it. But yeah, my prediction, I'm not mad at Will. I don't think they'll give us Kareem for free. I think Will is a good one.
Okay.
You know,
And then
he.
we're gonna get a new Brandon Roy also. I didn't even think about that until now.
Oh, that's true.
We're gonna get a reward for all the game
And
modes, and it's probably gonna
people
be
are
level.
excited. People are excited about Brandon Roy. A player that reminds me of Brandon Roy. Don't ask me why. Like a Darren Williams. We don't got Darren Williams.
I like Darren Williams in real life. I just don't know how well he'll translate to 2K. I don't think Darren Williams. Nobody's grinding that for Darren Williams.
What about? I'm trying to think of cards that we were excited about last year that they didn't
Maybe
put in packs.
they'd probably do if they're gonna do a wilt. They'll probably do it in the Brandon Roy slot versus the level 40 slot.
I'm just trying to think of cards that they gave us for free at some point last year. Because it's not
Mm-hmm.
gonna be one of their pack cards. Let's be real. Like you said, Brandon Roy is a card people were excited for, but nobody's gonna pull packs for him. Or go to the player market for him.
Give us a
Uh,
Porzingis.
no, people will for sure pay for Porzingis. A good Porzingis.
Yeah, to give us Wilt as the Brandon Roy. Porzingis is a level 40, but give
I don't,
Porzingis power forward
it's just
eligibility.
so it's just so early to try and guess this because they haven't even released,
Yeah,
who's all in the
no,
game yet. Like
we're spitballing.
we're literally completely like Wilt's in the game every year. That's why that's an easy guess. We know Wilt's in the game.
Yeah, they got to have some new legends. I feel like they have a new legend every year, so maybe.
That'd be dope if every all the mode rewards was a new legend. Like imagine when we get to week 8. So imagine we get like 5 weeks. 5 seasons in, and every one so far has been a new legend. Imagine by the time we get to
Charles
like
Barkley.
week 8. No, Charles Barkley already said he's not coming back.
Give us
Reggie.
Reggie Miller.
Oh, okay, Bob. Okay, I
That'd
can
be
see
fire.
Reggie Miller,
That'd be
but
fire,
then
but I
again,
don't. They're not gonna do
it's like
it.
yeah. Uh, but my guess, if I had to stand on one, is going to be Wilt. If I had
Mm,
to stand on the player reward for all the game modes, give me. I'm trying to think of a power forward.
KG.
KG. Give me
I could see a
KG.
KG
That'd be a solid one.
or a Tim Duncan. I feel like they'd probably do KG over Tim Duncan.
Yeah, KG's a little bit more. I think nobody's excited about Tim Duncan.
I love Tim Duncan, but yeah, there's not really the excitement factor with him like there is with KG.
Or maybe Kobe will be one of them. Even though if they were
Yeah,
to do that, it would have been season one.
I hope they don't do another shooting guard.
And that's the thing. Like, why did they come out with so many shooting guards?
Who knows? Who knows? I don't think they know. They're just like they have a roadmap in place, but it's like they're not looking at it. It's just it exists, but they're not
They're
looking
not.
at it.
I think season one was gonna be. Let's just put as many big names as we can into season one. Last year was terrible. Let's get people excited about it. We're gonna give them some good free cards, some good paid cards. Like I said, Dwayne Wade, Kyrie, Brandon Roy. He's not necessarily the best card. People were excited because he's a new legend. Chris Bosh, he was the first real true stretch big. So the grindable cards were exciting cards. Like, to be real.
Hmm.
Like Kyrie, people are gonna shit on Kyrie 2 seasons from now. Like, oh, he's a small guard that can't play defense. We were all excited as fuck to get Kyrie.
Once I figured out how good the floater was in this game and how usable layups were as opposed to years past, I was like, "Ah, this is
Kyrie,
gonna be
all right, hot take. All right, hot take. I like Jason Williams better than Kyrie. And me, Jason Williams.
okay."
Grant, not by much. They're like right here. Like,
Okay.
but Jason Williams, because they both have amazing layup packages. I use Jay Will's layup package at Park also. They both get those layups that are just like hard to block. And I like Jason Williams dribbling better. He has 98 ball handling. I like his six better.
Okay, that's fair. I've never used
And
the Jason Williams, so I can't really
and I'm just not
attest.
a big. I'm not a huge fan of Kyrie's jump shot. I don't hate it.
It seems a little slower.
Yeah. So like low key, but Jason Williams is like more of a traffic cone on defense.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah, it's bad.
I
Like, it's
love
really
defense
bad.
too much. I love defense way too much.
But Jason Williams is kind of him. I'm not gonna lie. I can't wait
Per-
till it gets to the point where I could use him as like a salary cap D-mill.
yeah, that's one thing I do miss while playing my team. I miss salary cap. Salary cap was fun. I enjoyed that a lot. I
And
like
that's
where
the
you have
thing.
to use a strategy to building your team, not just I got a bigger credit card balance.
And I
Like,
think it was so easy for me to fall off of my team because I didn't have a game mode I was in love with.
hmm
But I think moving forward, I think salary cap might be that mode for me.
hmm it's a
Just because
blast.
now there's enough cards in the game to where the salary cap should be balanced out a little bit.
And there's a target score. It's a whole new world in salary cap. I love it.
But like the first 2 weeks, the salary cap. Well, the first when they made that first adjustment,
It was bad.
yeah. But now there's so many cards in the game that you could get away with using a couple more amethyst cards.
hmm
So I think now that diamonds are more affluent into the game, I
hmm
think salary cap would be more fun because you can use some of those good ammies without it screwing up your score.
Yeah, I might get back into my team a little bit more for season two. We'll see what the blog says. I'm excited about the blog.
I'm excited too because it starts with the blog. If level 40 reward is on par with Kyrie, that's where it starts. And if it is, then we got something to be excited about for sure.
If it's not, I'm making a new build for the park. New season, new me, baby.
Although I was going to make another center, but that's a story for another day. All right. So we're going to wrap it up. As always, you can follow Josh on YouTube at Josh2K. His link for his YouTube and Twitter will be down below. And I'll put it in the pin to the YouTube. You can follow me here. My Twitter is the same at ThatGamingDad25. If you made it this far, I love you. You're a real goat because a lot of people won't sit here and watch an hour worth of podcast. Any farewells?
And if you made it this far, just know it's gonna be Wilt.
All
It's
right,
gonna be Wilt.
y'all be safe. Peace.